you. You should be.
You're the one that wants late-term abortion. Do you not see the absurdity in your statement?
I'm the only normal one here.
Go home! Go home!
Go home! Oh my God, fight! There's a fight! Oh yes, you want some of the smoke? Come on. University of West Georgia Wolf. Say your name, young man.
I'm Tate.
Hey Tate, how you doing? I'm Alex.
I'm doing all right. I'm wondering, why do y'all have so many police every single time y'all come out here?
I mean, have you watched the news? Have you seen what happens at these events? I mean, liberal leftists are freaks. They're on a bunch of different antidepressants, a bunch of different hormones that makes them impulsive. So oftentimes people that are mentally deranged will do something, you know, impulsive and hurt somebody. So the reason the police are here is to make sure that nothing happens and nobody gets hurt. I think that's common sense. What would you guess? Why do you think the police are here?
Well, personally, I think it's just a weird tactic from y'all. I don't understand it. I've seen
from y'all. What do you mean from y'all?
From TPUSA, because it happens every single time y'all show up.
Yeah, but the school chooses the cops. I mean, I don't care if cops come, but the school wants it for safety reasons, because there's liberal leftists or abortionists or, you know, pro-Palestinian people that'll come here and you know, start literally hurting people.
Well, so the thing about that is we've tried to do the exact same thing for left-wing groups on campus, where we ask for police support to come out for that. And they tell us that the campus can't just provide us police. We have to privately pay.
Yeah, we do have to pay
level.
for it, but I'm saying the school makes us pay for it, just like they're trying to make your organization pay for it.
Right. So you're choosing to have a large body of police presence here every single time you come out here.
No, the school is choosing that. We're just following whatever requirements they have so we can do it. It's not we're not going to say, oh, we need 1,000 cops to come here. It's the school saying, if you want to come to our university, you have to have this many officers. It's not my idea.
They don't say that for any of the other groups that come here with speakers.
You literally just said that they said it for your group, that if you want to have a meeting for a leftist group, that you have to have a bunch of cops. You literally just said that.
No, I said that if we want to have cops at a left-wing group, we have to pay for them.
And we have to pay for them here too.
Yeah, and so we held our event without police. You're actively choosing to pay to have a large-scale police presence here.
Because the school asked us to do so, that's why.
So you're saying that the school imposed on you the rule to have police here?
Yes. We have to have security here at these events. Yes.
But we don't have to have security at any of the other events?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't know about all. Do I know about every other event that happens on campus? I know about my event, and I understand that at my events I've been attacked, had hot coffee thrown at me, I've had all kinds of terrible things happen to me. So at my events, because I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein, I'm a little controversial, and people actually know who I am, unlike, you know, your events where nobody knows, nobody goes. I'm just saying it's different. So they have to have a little security in place. It's not that. I don't understand how this concept is so hard for you to understand. That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, so what I'm trying to get at is
why are you worried about the cops? You're not trying to kill me, are you?
No, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to say that there's a large number of students who feel unsafe and intimidated by having a large police presence.
So you're telling me more cops make you feel more unsafe?
Yes, because cops are a tool of violence.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think these cops are just going to pull out their gun and start shooting you?
I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to happen, but I'm saying they're an intimidation tactic because they're an inherently violent institution. So you're
scared. So you admit that you're scared.
I'm not scared. I'm saying that I'm speaking on behalf of other students who are
you
scared.
Scared? You just said that they're intimidating and that they're scary, but you're not scared?
Well, if you would let me finish my sentence.
I'll let you finish. Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm speaking on behalf of other students who have told me that they are scared.
Okay, well, they need to grow up, and this is the real world. They need to be an adult, so this isn't high school. We're not here to babysit you. There's going to be cops in the real world. I'm going to tell you this. You're going to have to interact with cops. That's life, so you don't need to be scared of cops. You need to be an adult and realize that cops are here to do their job, and they're here to serve and protect, okay? So it's not that hard of a concept to understand. I like this one. She looks angry. She looks grumpy as heck. How you doing, ma'am? I'm Alex. What's your name?
My name is April. I'm 10 years older than you are.
Okay.
Trans people have just as many rights as anybody else. If you don't believe...
No, I agree. I'm just saying there's no difference.
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to talk over me? If you're going to talk over me, then there's no point for you to even be here, because this is not... Yeah. See? I can battle back with you. Scared. You should be. Because you are violating people's freedom of speech.
Oh
hush. When? Yeah, you are not worth crying over.
You're speaking for free right now. How am I violating your First Amendment right, ma'am?
Because you are speaking over me. You're not allowing me to speak.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm not the government, so I'm not the one that gives you your First Amendment right. And second of all, you can speak. Go speak. You're allowed to speak.
Anyways, trans people have as many rights as anybody else.
Yes, they do. They do.
So why are you here? Why are you here speaking
trans people are
against
saying
it?
that they don't have the same amount of rights. They have the exact same amount of rights as us. They say trans rights matter. Trans rights matter. We have the same rights. We have the same. A trans person has the same rights as a straight person, as a gay person. So that's why it doesn't matter. That's why all this trans stuff is stupid. It's dumb.
You are stupid and
Okay.
you are dumb.
Okay. Well, so are you. So are you.
No.
Okay. That's why you got 2 pairs of glasses on your head and you're over here crying about transgender stuff, wearing that
I'm
shirt.
not crying over nothing because you're not worth it.
Okay. All right.
One pair's a pair of sunglasses. The other pair's a pair of glasses
Okay.
that
Listen,
are
I'm not here to
prescription.
make fun of how you look. I'm just saying you're here to
I don't care if you
transgenders.
make fun of me or not.
I'm not here to
I'm
make
a
fun of
breast
you, man.
cancer survivor that's had a mastectomy, 8 years
Mhm.
cancer-free
And how bad was
yesterday.
that mastectomy? No, I'm congratulations, but how bad was that mastectomy? Wasn't it very challenging and difficult for you to get that?
I became a stronger person. I am much more independent. I am willing to fight against breast cancer.
Do you think that would be a good thing for a child to go through that?
If they had cancer, yes,
No, I'm
get
talking
it
about
out
not
of
if they
their
had
body.
cancer, not if they had cancer. If they had gender dysphoria, do you think it would be good for a little girl that wants to be a boy to go through the same mastectomy that you went through with your breast cancer? Because you know it was challenging. You know you cried. You know how hard it was when they cut your breast off and how emotionally tough that was. So would you want a little kid to go through that same emotional burden that you went through?
You are assuming that I cried. I didn't cry.
Oh,
I
you were
was-
happy you got a mastectomy?
Yes.
You were happy that you got a mastectomy?
Do you think that I want to die from breast cancer?
Okay. All right. So you
no.
were happy about it. It was a good thing when you got your mastectomy. It was a
Yes.
positive event.
It was a healing thing.
You weren't
And
sad.
that's what it is for
Okay.
when people go through transgender surgery. It's a healing thing because what's better?
It's
For
not
them to
healing
commit
when they
suicide and die because they can't handle the fact that nobody likes them, or for them to become happy in their own self and be able to logically and be comfortable in who they want to be.
Ma'am, trans people have the highest rate of suicide out of every other group.
Yes, because they're not accepted by people like you.
Not because of me. It's my
No,
fault.
it
That's
is
why kids are
because
killing
it
themselves.
is
Give me a
because of
break.
you
guys are
and other
actually
people that
retarded.
have similar views that you do.
So that's why they kill themselves?
Yes,
Okay.
because
They
you
kill
are
themselves
so
because they're
controlling.
mentally ill. Do you understand that?
No,
That if you
they're
get a
mentally
gun,
ill
you
because
blow
of
brains
your
out. You're
viewpoints.
mentally ill.
No, they're not mentally ill.
Yes, they are. Yes, if you have gender dysphoria, that's a mental illness.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
No.
Yes, it is a gender. Ma'am,
Do you have children? Do you have anybody in your life
gender
that is
dysphoria
transgender?
is a mental illness.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, it
You
is.
and your ideals is a mental illness.
Boom, roasted. Wow, look at that. I like that. All right, who's next? Who wants some of that? This is what I don't understand. It's like we're sitting here and you're getting so emotional and getting mad. Yeah, I mean, you are mad. It's fine. How am I an asshole? Because I don't want little kids to get vasectomies and go through what you went through with your vasectomy, how horrible that was, and how challenging that was.
Assuming that it was horrible. It was healing.
Okay, when you cut off a person's breast, I'm sure, did it cause any pain? Was it painful?
No, because I had.
Oh, it wasn't painful. Oh, because you're on Dilaudid. So let's give a bunch of kids Dilaudid. Is that good? Is that good? You want to get a bunch of kids on a bunch of opiates? Yeah.
It helps.
You're probably still on Dilaudid, probably. All right, who wants to smoke?
All right, I actually do want to talk about something this time.
Okay.
What do you think about abortion? What's your thoughts?
Abortion is disgusting. It's murder.
Do you really
Abortion
think so?
is murder. Yes, I know so. And
Well-
I see the African Americans bemoaning their screeches. Yet it was Margaret Sanger who put Parenthood, Planned Parenthood, in the African American communities to try to stop and to try to create a eugenics program to stop black people from procreating. That's a fact. Margaret Sanger literally created Planned Parenthood to stop young black people from having babies. So abortion's murder. It's sick. We've been indoctrinated to think that it's more important to kill a baby and be dead than it is to grow up and be poor. And that's what they'll say. They say, oh, who's going to take care of these babies? They're going to be poor. Well, let me tell you something. I'd rather be poor than dead. Okay, so I think a baby would rather have a fighting chance with no money in their bank account, starting out with zero, than never having to start at all.
Well, no, I feel like we should have that option. Me personally, I don't believe in abortion, but I also don't think that option shouldn't be given to other people who think differently. In my opinion, the abortion topic is very opinion based. You can't really come to a consensus. So I think the best option is to have, I'm gonna say something crazy, 9-month abortion periods.
You want late-term abortion?
Yes.
You're sicko. You're a sicko, dude.
I don't
you
think
want
it
to kill
happens.
a 9-month-old baby?
I wouldn't kill a 9-month baby, but I don't think that happens enough to warrant a hold up.
Listen, no, it does happen because a boy and girl will break up, and the girl will get the abortion to get back at the man. If late-term abortion is legal, people will do it, and they're killing a infant that could even live on the outside of the womb. A lot of abortion debaters, they say, well, it can't live outside the womb, so it's not a living, human. But it's like a 9-month-old baby could. There's premature babies born, 5 months, 6 months that live outside the womb. So 9 months, yeah, the baby could very easily live, and that's a living thing, and that's disgusting, and that's murder.
I'm not trying to vilify you in any way.
Vilify me. I don't care.
Well, you Republican sickos want to force the law onto everybody else.
Yeah.
When we all just want to kind of do our own thing. If abortion is legal, then hey, you don't have to get an abortion. You can hit your girl and tell her that she can't get an abortion.
Yeah, but I have no control. See, that's why it's scary, dude. Imagine I do get my girlfriend pregnant and I don't want her to kill my baby. I would have no control over that.
Well, you had sex, buddy. You had sex.
No,
deal with it.
What I'm saying is,
liberal owned, buddy.
I wouldn't want my girlfriend. I would have no legal authority to stop my girlfriend from killing my baby. So I want to have the baby.
But you had sex. You knew that. You knew that going in.
I had sex and I want to have the baby.
Oh, I know I'm going to have this baby, but I don't give a fuck. That's what you said, dude.
I'm saying I want to have a baby. I wouldn't want a state where my wife or girlfriend can get an abortion behind my back.
But you knew that baby was going to come out your wife's pussy. Why didn't you think that's her baby?
It's my baby too if I made it.
No, but she's carrying it. I don't see
it. Takes two people to make a baby. Bud.
It takes 2 people to make a baby. It takes one person to keep it inside the womb and make it living. If she's carrying this baby and wants to have this abortion, I feel like she has the right to, because she's carrying this. This is her burden to bear. This is her cross. And if you know what, she doesn't want to carry that cross no more, then she doesn't have to. It doesn't make her a good person though.
Yeah, it makes her a bad person. So
no, it doesn't make her a bad person either, but it doesn't make her a good person.
Yeah. Abortion is bad, dude. You know that.
Abortion
and now we live in a society where these girls are going on TikTok and they're TikToking their abortion. So listen, I'm just telling you whether you,
and you know that.
That's what?
That's for clout. You do.
That's what I'm saying.
You go on the internet and you make wild out there statements. Why can't women make wild out there videos about aborting their
babies dying, dude? I don't make videos of babies dying.
Well, you make fun of people calling them retarded and queer on campuses on their own. You come to people's campuses and call them retarded and queer. Do you not see?
There's a lot of retarded queer people on these campuses.
Do you not see the absurdity of your statement?
Dude, you're the one that wants late-term abortion. Do you not see the absurdity in your statement?
I'm the only normal one here.
This guy's retarded. But I like that.
Kendall,
how you doing, Kendall?
I'm great.
What would you like to discuss or debate?
I mean, so I heard you say earlier that with life now, we're all like avatars. We can all like choose.
I'm saying we have control of our own lives. Like people that want to play a victim and say that Donald Trump owns your vagina or wants to blame politicians for the reason that they're not successful in life. It's not their fault. It's your fault that you're not successful.
Okay, so like you said, we all get to like make our own choices. I didn't choose to be black, and I'm pretty sure like y'all didn't choose to be black either. Mm-hmm. Like you think I was in the womb and I was like, let me choose oppression, and like come out. So. And you said we could debate anything. You said
we can
talk
debate
about
anything.
Yeah. So I want to know what's your standpoint on Black Lives Matter?
Would you have chosen to be black? You sound like you're
I love being black.
Oh, you do? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're sad about being black.
No, I love being black.
It sounds like you're constantly being
I'm black and I'm beautiful. Thank you.
I agree.
I'm black and I'm beautiful. Thank you.
I know, but you came here and said you're oppressed and all.
We are. We are extremely oppressed. We're black, we're beautiful, and you know what we do? We take the situation we've been put in and we have thrived. Mm-hmm. And not only have we thrived, we have created this country to thrive.
Well, why do so many black women have babies out of wedlock? Why is that?
Me personally, I can't speak too much about that.
So you don't think that happens in the black
That
community?
does happen in the black
So
community.
why do you let black men take advantage of black women like that? Just get them pregnant and run off. Is that good?
First of all, I'm not saying that is a good thing. And me personally, I would. Right, and that's not something that just happens in the black community. I know tons of unmarried white women who have no ring, whose boyfriends virtually hate them, whose parents told them, you know what, you're gonna have this baby and y'all are gonna sit here and y'all are gonna raise it. So while that does happen in the black community, and that is not something that we sit here and that we completely sweep under the rug as what is noticed in your community from my personal experience. But what I will say is, I personally believe that we don't have to sit here and say that black men disrespect black women by just getting, like, why is in your perspective that black men are constantly disrespecting black women?
Because the amount of children that come from a two-family home in the black community is much less in the Asian community, much less in the white community. So why is that? Why, much less in the Latino community? Why are black people not staying with these black women? Why is that? Why are black women letting black men take advantage of them? I don't want that to continue to happen. I want black women to stand up and not just have the guys, get them pregnant and then run off or have 10 different babies with 10 different baby mamas. That's not a good system. That's not a good world to live in. Is that what you want to live in?
Why can't you say the mother of our children rather than baby mama?
Because that's what it is, a baby mama. I mean, come on. Listen, we're not going to sit here and try to be proper and all this stuff. I'm sitting here to try to debate, and I'm just trying to tell you the honest truth is that, listen, we do live in a world where being black, you could use every excuse in the book. You could say you're oppressed, this and that, but there's a lot of very successful black people that did not use that excuse. And for every successful black person that didn't use that excuse, you should look at them. You should say, why didn't they use an excuse to be a victim? Why are they successful? And we should emulate what they're doing, because there's a lot of successful black people in this country. So, yeah.
There's a lot of successful black people in this country, and there are a lot of black people in this country who are
they
successful.
They overcome the oppression.
They've overcome the oppression, and at the same time.
So can you overcome it?
I believe that I can.
I do too.
I 100%
I believe every black person can.
Yeah, and as do I. But what you're saying is, you say that we use everything as an excuse. I'm not saying that I walk around talking about, oh, woe is me, I'm black. And that's why I
kind of did at the beginning.
No. I said that we are
within the first. Well, here we'll debate you too, but within the first 10 seconds, you're talking about oppression.
We are extremely oppressed. Let me tell you right now.
You look like you're not oppressed at all. You're like on a college campus. You got some Uggs on.
I was raised beautifully by two married black parents that love me so much.
So you had a great two-family home.
What I'm gonna sit here and say is, good and well, if this was a Black Lives Matter rally, these police officers would be trying to shut this down rather than around you trying to protect you.
Why is that? Why
because they don't want us to speak our truth. This country was built off the backs
of
black individuals.
Well, then, okay, first of all, then why black people, they are 14% of the population or a little less, why do they commit over 50% of the violent crimes? Why is that?
I'm not a thesaurus. I'm not an encyclopedia. I'm not saying I'm CNN. I'm not Fox News. I don't know all of those things exactly. But what I do know is I am a black person in this country, and there are so many opportunities that I personally know that that I cannot get, that a white person is going to be more likely to get, or if I would like to get set up.
Wait, tell me what?
Can I finish my statement?
Please finish. But
can I please finish my statement?
But yes, sorry.
So, but there are other opportunities that I have to gentrify myself in order to become more presentable or more palatable for the white community. There are certain things that I know growing up. My hair is different. And up until very recently, there were certain laws that allowed for me to be discriminated against because I could not do certain things with my hair. Or I could not get certain jobs with my hair. There are certain jobs that I would not have been able to get if I wore my natural curly afro into work. But there are now laws such as the Crown Act that allow for employers to not be able to fire or cause disciplinary action towards their employees. There's even the certain way that I speak. I'm making sure right now when I'm speaking to you that I am enunciating perfectly, that I am not using any kind of slang towards you, because I want you
but go ahead. I mean, you can use slang.
I want you to think that I am palatable and I'm not coming at you aggressively.
Yeah. You're great.
Do you understand? Like, I just want you to understand, but I'm making sure that I do that in order so that way you don't see me as that stereotype as an aggressive black woman.
Yeah, but why is that stereotype? Why does that stereotype exist?
Because everyone thinks that we are always angry.
What about immigration? See, it's funny in Georgia, like I'm from Texas, and everywhere you go, it's Mexicans because it's Texas, right? It's always even before, my whole life. And I love Mexicans. Like everybody in the conservative space, they want to deport illegal immigrants. And I actually disagree. I feel like if you're a big booty Latina, you get to stay in this country. All big booty Latinas get to stay, regardless of your immigration status. You get to stay. Now, if you're a guy, you got to go. All right. We don't have any room for cartel members, MS-13, Trinidad Aruga. You guys can go. But your big booty Latina ladies, because if any of you guys come to my house, any of you ICE, if you're watching this ICE, and you try to touch my housekeeper Juanita, I will kill you. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm going to bleep that out, editor.
And you said like you like support Trump.
I like Trump, yeah.
You think trans rights don't matter.
Yeah.
You think there's only 2 genders.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know you agree with that.
No, I don't.
You
but
don't?
no, but you don't care what I think.
No, I do. But why is the black community so mean to other gay black men?
I'm not mean to gay black men.
Yeah, but why-
Ask them.
I know, but
I don't know.
Why do gay black men feel like they have to be down low? Why is that?
Ask them. I don't know. Ask them. I don't.
I wonder
I'm
why.
not.
I know. Is it maybe because there's a social stigma within the black community that being gay is not accepted? Do you think white people accept homosexuality or gay people? I mean, let me ask you this: do black people or white people accept homosexuality more?
Neither.
Neither accept it.
No.
Oh, really?
But black people are more likely to get over it. White people
Get
don't
over it?
Yes.
Black people get more mad about gay people. Are you kidding?
Not my family, so I don't know about
Oh,
My family's
come
cool.
on. You
They don't
know
care.
that. You know in the black
So.
community you have to be down low.
But
You
I'm
know
not
that.
the voice. I'm not. I've never been down low a day in my
Are
life.
you a lesbian?
No.
See how you shake your head though? You're like, no, I'm not a lesbian.
I didn't shake my head like that. I'm
Yeah,
bisexual.
you did, like- You're bisexual?
Yes.
Wow, somebody get her number. Shout out to
I have a boyfriend.
what, do you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I have a boyfriend.
But you like girls too? What does he say about that?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care at all? So you're like Katy Perry. You kissed a girl and you like it, but you're not full.
That's not how that works.
Do you believe she went to space? You know she didn't go to space.
I don't really care that she went to
She just went high up in the sky,
But you-
came down, she went
okay.
to space. I like
Do
she's
you
in space.
Do you see how you're changing the subject?
No, I'll talk about
all over
gay stuff. No, I'm
No,
talking
you're
about gay
not
stuff.
talking about.
Oh,
You're
I'm talking about lesbians.
space.
Katy Perry, I kissed a girl and I like it. And in
Katy
space,
Perry's
you're just
not
in
a
space.
lesbian. Don't let me
She
go
kissed a
this.
girl, she likes it, that makes you gay. If you kiss a
I
girl and you
guess
like
so.
it, you're gay.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I
see,
guess
you
so.
agree.
I'm gay as hell.
Boom, I won debate one. There you
No,
go.
You didn't win no
The
debate.
biggest debate of
You
the day,
didn't
I
win
won it.
no debate. I'll tell you that much. You
Well,
didn't
she
win no
kissed a
debate.
girl and she liked it, so that's gay.
I guess so.
Okay, we agree. So, okay, I won that
Have
one.
you kissed a girl and you liked it?
Yeah, but I'm not gay. I
No,
kiss
but
my
that
girlfriend
is
every
gay.
day.
But that is gay. You just said it.
I'm saying, if you a
Okay,
girl,
okay,
you
just
kiss a
said
girl and you like
You
it.
just said it. You just said
Okay,
you're
well,
gay.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree. Then I'm gay. All right, I'm gay.
Good.
All right, I'm gay.
Okay, good.
As a gay man on this campus, my opinion is more important. So,
Yes. Because no, actually, it's not.
yes, it
because
is. It is more important.
Mm.
Yes, and I'm white, so it's
Yeah.
definitely more important.
No,
Gay white
That
men are the
actually-
most powerful men in the world.
Donald Trump is no.
Yes, they
No,
are.
no,
Adam Schiff, all these gay guys.
no,
Justin Trudeau.
no.
Look at these ladies. Wait, what are they doing? Oh my God,
Take
fight!
it, cut it,
There's a
cut it.
fight! We're grabbing signs! Hey, film this! Film this! Do not steal the signs! Oh, I like this. This is good. This is good. Oh, wow! Thug life.
Literally back up. The sign is gone.
Wow. That was wild. All right, guys, that was fun. All right, guys, are you a yo-yo dieter? You diet, lose weight, but gain it all back plus a few extra pounds. Then later, you lose it and regain it again and again and again. And it's dangerous, guys. Studies show that it can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and other health problems. Breaking free of your yo-yo diet pattern is a main reason doctors created Lean. Lean is a supplement, not an injection. You don't need a prescription. And the science behind Lean is impressive. It's studied natural ingredients target weight loss in 3 powerful ways. Lean helps maintain healthy blood sugar, so you don't get those blood sugar spikes. It helps control your appetite and your cravings, while all simultaneously helping you burn fat by converting your fat into energy. Listen, if you're tired of losing weight and gaining it back, if you want to lose meaningful weight at a healthy pace, Lean was created for you. Let me get you started with 20% off when you enter Alex20 at takelean.com. That's code Alex20 at takelean.com. gmail.com. All right, we like that lean. I'm looking lean. I'm on take lean. I'm snorting the stuff. Do not do that. We do not encourage you to do that, but I'm hardcore and I do stuff a little different. I hope our sponsor doesn't see that. Jimmy, maybe edit out that part where I said to snort the product, because I think that could be...
Got it. It's satire.
Yes. Well, but they might not get the satire, and I don't want them to get sued for somebody snorting lean. It is meant to be taken orally and not nasally, I think. Would that be the proper term? All right, live. Yeah, Gwen! Give it up for Gwen! She was like a freaking safety, just, cutting them off. That was great. See, guys, this is fun. We're having fun, guys. Honestly, Gwen... She's a superstar. And I'm sorry for your boyfriend because you're cheating on him with other girls.
You want to tell him?
Yeah, your boyfriend's a cuckold. Yeah, where's your boyfriend?
You want to
Hey, bring your boyfriend down here.
He's in there.
Is your boyfriend's a cuckold letting you cheat on him with little girls?
I didn't know I was cheating on my boyfriend.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're bisexual, so I'm sure you're doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm getting orgies with girls all the time.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I had an orgy last night.
You had an orgy last night?
I did.
Yeah. See, that's how sick your brain is. You're having group sex. You're being nasty. And that's the world you want to live in. You just want to be a nasty girl and be nasty. And,
why does it matter when I'm doing that?
well, if you're an adult, I guess you can do whatever you want. But it's just sad. It's just an embarrassment. Are your parents happy that you had an orgy last night? Is your dad happy you had an orgy? Your dad? Did you say, hey, Dad, I had an orgy last night? Yeah, that's sick.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
He's so
your
proud.
Dad's really proud.
He's so proud.
What do you want to talk about, Eliana?
Oh, I just heard you say some things about orgies? I don't know.
I
just
didn't say that. The last girl saying she had an orgy last night.
Oh.
I've never had an orgy in my life.
So is there do you have a problem with orgies or
Do I personally have a problem? Yeah. I mean, I guess they're probably not great. I mean, she's sitting here bragging about it. I was just saying, I don't know if that's something you should brag about, having group sex, I don't think that's healthy. I think that's probably dangerous, just having sex with random partners. I think the rise of venereal diseases out there and just the weird world we live in today. I don't think it's safe to have group sex with people.
Did she say that they were random?
I don't know. I don't know the backstory. I'm saying if you're having sex with a group of people, I mean, they're probably more than likely not dating them all, right? You're not dating.
Well, not dating, but did you say that they were random people, or did she know?
I have no idea who she had the orgy with. I'm not here to debate who she had an orgy with. I'm just saying I think group sex is dangerous and sketchy, and there probably was a stranger in there.
But you think group sex is dangerous and sketchy because you think you should be having sex with strangers. And I agree. I don't think you should have sex with strangers either.
Yeah. So we agree.
But if you find people that you've known for a long time that want
if you want to be a sexual degenerate, great. Go ahead. I mean, I can't stop
what makes that sexual degeneracy?
That's wrong.
But what makes that sexual degeneracy?
Having group sex?
Yeah.
Because sex is supposed to be about love. You're supposed to have sex with somebody
Who told you sex is about love? Who told you that?
Well, I guess you've never felt love. I'm sorry.
Oh, I felt love.
And how does love feel?
Me and Ray have had conversations multiple times.
I'm saying, and love feels good, right?
Love feels amazing.
And when you have sex with somebody that you love, doesn't it feel better?
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Having sex with somebody that you love often feels much better because there is already that established emotional connection. But having sex for the simple purpose of having sex and having pleasure also feels really good because you're still attaining that goal.
Of course, yes. There's pleasure with sex. I agree. But after you have sex with people, are there problems after that?
I mean, if you continue to talk to them.
Exactly right. Exactly right. I'm just saying it's not as easy.
But it's not as easy as being a friend. Because I can have friends that I have issues with without having sex with them. If I have sex with Ray right now and I never talk to him again, we're not going to have any issues.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that. Because I'll never talk to him again.
Having sex complicates things.
But I'll never talk to him again. So what's the problem?
I just don't think it's good to have sex with strangers. I think it's dangerous.
Well,
I mean, that's my personal opinion. You want to have sex with all these strangers, go blast all these strangers. I don't care. I mean, you can be a big whore or whatever. I mean, it's your prerogative.
Yeah, and I
You can be proud. You're proud to be.
What's up, babe?
But
am I too?
Well, that's good, but you're saying you're proud to be a whore?
Yes.
Come on, you know your mom, your grandmother.
Yeah,
what if your grandmother heard you say
my
that?
My grandma knows I'm a whore. My dad knows I'm a whore. What's the fucking problem?
You're kidding. Do you get paid to have sex?
No, I'm not a prostitute. I don't see anything wrong with prostitution.
Oh, that's not the way you just said that. You just said prostitute in a derogatory way. We got you on camera. I'm not a prostitute. Like, you're better than a prostitute. And then immediately you're like, actually, I'm not better.
I would say the same thing. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a freaking photographer. I'm a student.
And a
whore.
And a lot of you guys say I'm anti-LGBTQ. That's not true at all. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So obviously I have gay pride. I mean, idiots. And like I said, you know, I am conservative, but I have a lot of personal beliefs that aren't necessarily that conservative. Like, I like transgenders in women's sports because we can gamble on the transgenders and win money. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Like, if I could just get Shaquille O'Neal to put on a dress and go in the WNBA, I'd be rich. I mean, I would just never stop gambling on that. But Leah Thomas, I made a lot of money on Leah Thomas, so... You know, and like transgenders in the military, they should be in the military. They should be on the front line because transgenders are the best at mass shootings, guys. They're great. They love getting a gun and just blasting off, you know? So those aren't that conservative positions. So you and I might agree on that. This guy looks badass.
Hey, LeBron or Jordan?
So they used to have this IBM award, and it would just use an algorithm in the 90s before, you know, everything was an algorithm. And actually, David Robinson was the IBM player. Michael Jordan got it twice, but David Robinson got it 5 times. I'm a Michael Jordan head. I like Michael Jordan. I think he's the best. But when I pick the best basketball player, I don't pick it based on, like Shaquille O'Neal. He's one of the best ever, but he was physically dominant, so he kind of used his skills. For me, like if I had to pick the best basketball player, I'd pick like Muggsy Bogues or like Allen Iverson. Because he's 5'4" and you're in the NBA. That means you're the best basketball player. You're not the best overall basketball player, but for your skill set and your size. So, if we're going to go LeBron, Jordan, I'm going Jordan all day long. Jordan has the best brand, the shoes. And LeBron's a great player. I'm not going to sit here and say LeBron's not a great player, but he lost to Dirk, and then he needed the refs to beat Dirk the first time. So the fact that Dirk kind of showed up LeBron, and Dirk's a great player, don't get me wrong, MJ all the way.
What if you don't have Rodman or Pittman and he's not?
That's true. That's true. If Jordan doesn't have those players, that's true because he lost to the Pistons twice, and he lost to who else did he lose? I mean, he lost his first 5 years in the NBA. So you're right. You're right. If he didn't have, and Scottie Pippen probably doesn't get enough credit. I agree with you on that too.
You think the 2020 election was stolen?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. I will continue this debate with you, but just for the record, I now know that everything you say from this point forward is not serious at all.
It is serious.
If you think that the 2020 election was stolen 5 years later, despite any evidence coming forward.
There's tons of evidence. You know, when
name
it came to, I'll give you right now. Let me talk. So when it came to all 50 states, even the most conservative and even the most liberal, when it came to in-person voting, Donald Trump won all 50 states when it came to in-person voting. When it came to mail-in ballots, right after COVID. We've never had this many mail-in ballots ever. When it comes to mail-in ballots, listen,
we're in the middle of a global pandemic.
Even the most conservative states, Joe Biden won. And then on top of this, he says, oh, Alex, what do you mean you're so dumb? You think it was rigged? Where were the 15 million voters missing from the 2024 election compared to the 2020 election, Einstein? Where did they go? Did they move away from here, or did more people come here in those 4 years? So let me tell you something. The 2020 election, not only was it stolen, but it was the greatest thing ever that it was stolen because it gave us 4 years of how dumb Joe Biden was, and now it makes even people and libtards like you appreciate Donald Trump even more. So listen, them stealing it, which they did, backfired.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you don't actually believe that. I know you are here.
I believe that. It's 100% fact.
There's no way that can be true.
That is true.
Okay, anyways, I would argue that the significant decline in voters in the 2024 election would simply be because a lot of people didn't like either options, and in 2020, a lot of people were motivated because regardless what you think about the pandemic, I also agree that it really shouldn't have been taken that seriously, but I think a lot of people were more motivated by that and wanted a change in administration. But as far as just saying, I don't actually know the numbers on that. I'll take your word for it that maybe Donald Trump won just in-person voting, but that's so far from evidence of mass voter fraud.
Dude,
like,
this is the first election ever where they just had massive mail-in ballots.
That's not proof of
would you
voter
agree that
fraud.
mail-in ballots make it easier to do voter fraud?
How are you positing that voter fraud was committed?
By ballot harvesting. They got all these ballots and filled them out. There's 15 million people less voted in the. How do you not realize that? Why is there such a big discrepancy? Where are those 15 million people?
I just explained it to you.
I
truly.
You know that's not true, dude. Why don't you come here and debate? You guys are the dumbasses. There's 15 million less people that voted, okay? And that's because they were using mail-in ballots. How old are you? You're like 2 years old.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm in my 30s, dude. Oh, you're going to be 30 one day, so you're an ageist, so now you're racist towards older people? So, this is what's sad, is this guy hates older people. Yeah, I go around colleges and try to talk to you, dude, because I'm trying to make the world a better place, unlike you because you're a libtard. Yeah, I want to try to talk to you.
You think I'm a liberal?
I can tell you're a liberal. I can tell you're a libtard.
Yeah. Dumbass is a liberal. Hold on. Hey, what's a liberal? What's a liberal?
You.
No, what's the political?
I know, just come up here. I know, dude. What?
Why would I go up there? He doesn't have a microphone. He already
For the video, so we can get some content. Don't you want millions of people to see how stupid you are?
Dude, you can't define a liberal. Please define a liberal for me.
Dude, this isn't my job to sit here and just, get heckled by some Napoleon Dynamite wannabe. First of all, you know what a liberal is. You know what a liberal is. And you know conservative and liberal. We're not here to just do dictionary difference. I know, but how are you trying to own me?
You are a liberal. You are actually a liberal.
No, I did say that, yeah, technically conservatives would be considered kind of liberal because we want less government. Yeah, if we go to the dictionary definition, I agree with that. But that's not, when I say liberal.
So why are we not using that? So you're going to use.
Yeah, but it's the same reason. It's the same reason that nobody talks about how Lincoln was a conservative. He freed the slaves. Nobody talks about.
No, we do talk about that.
Yeah, not enough people know.
White supremacists.
Dude, enough people know Republicans freed the slaves. So.
Did you also know that our founding fathers had debates on whether or not wage labor was wage slavery or not? We also had debates on whether or not slavery was, justifiable. Our founding fathers weren't great people. They were people who were in the right position, right time, who made decisions, but a lot of their decisions weren't super great in the long run. And that's why Constitution.
Well, I mean, you could say every decision is not good in the long run. The world changes. I mean, duh. But the Constitution has stood the test of time. So I would say our forefathers were pretty smart, bud.
It took us.
There's an amendment to it. They created amendments to it so we could fix it. I mean, how much more do you want?
Issues with minorities not having full compensation, not compensation, but rights in general.
What rights does a minority have?
What rights do a minority have?
Yeah, what
right to exist without any oppression from an overpowering force. Every single one
What
of
are
us
you
have
talking about? No, seriously, what is he talking about?
I'm talking about all
like you're saying black people. You're saying black people.
Laws that extended into the 1960s. Fuck, my high school did not get rid of segregation until the 90s. That is 14 years before I was born. Jesus, dude, this thing did not just disappear after all the Civil Rights Act. It did not disappear after Lincoln fucking signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This shit still exists in the material world, even after we've decided that it's all gone. It's still here.
What? I'm still confused. So what are we arguing that you're saying
that minorities don't have their full rights, and you're saying
you gotta be kidding? What? Literally, because they're oppressed. They're oppressed. Yes. That's what you're saying. So you don't have rights because who oppresses them?
America. We have
who's America? You're telling me a judge?
Experiment, dude. Have you fucking?
Yeah, I know exactly all about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. I know. And
Let's talk about the cocaine epidemic in the black communities because the CIA wanted to fucking drop off all these drugs.
I know all about the Iran-Contra.
It's still fucking here. Let's talk about the weapons of mass destruction.
That didn't exist. That did not exist.
Exactly.
There is no weapons of mass. I know. So how does it have to do with oppression of black people?
The government not being entirely transparent.
The government lies about stuff all the time. We agree that the government lies.
Yes.
Yes.
So with that being said, we still have these material conditions that have minorities in oppressed places while having this government say, okay, well, this doesn't exist. I mean, you're implying...
You're saying that the laws are different for minorities.
No, I'm not saying...
You just said that. You said that they don't have the same rights.
I'm saying that the material conditions are not correlated to what the government says is actually happening.
Well, this is one thing that everybody here needs to realize, and I want the whites, the blacks, everybody to remember this. Life is not fair, guys. You don't get born and everything's gonna be fair. You're just gonna get a fair shot. There's gonna be people that work less hard than you that are more successful than you.
My friend, that's called a truism. Yes, we all fucking know it.
Do you know it? Do you know it?
To move forward and make sure that we all live in an egalitarian world where we don't have to worry about this power structure that exists because we live in a material world and we have to develop our consciousness and develop our tools and develop our government and develop our rights. And we're still developing these things.
Yes.
So to say that, let's say trans rights that you have on the sign don't matter, they still matter because we're developing rights for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't matter. That we all have the same rights. Trans rights aren't a thing because we all have the same rights.
By saying they
doesn't matter if you're transgender or not. We all have the same amount of rights.
So
black people, white people have the same amount of rights.
No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
You know, what are you talking about? What rights does a black person not have that I have?
It took until the 60s.
I'm talking about right now. What right does a black person not have that I'm afforded? Give me one example of a right that I have that a black person doesn't. Give me one example.
I'll give you. It's not you as an individual, but you as a collective of white people. Let's say your family around you.
You can't even come up with one example.
I'm giving you an example.
Tell me a right that I have that a black person doesn't have right now.
Are we talking about legal right or material right?
Both.
Well, legal right, technically, there's no difference.
Exactly. Boom. Debate one. Okay. What I'm saying is, when it comes to DEI, there are colleges that lower the threshold for different people of different ethnicities to get in and make it easier. That's a fact. Like that, you don't even have to research that. That's the whole point of DEI. It is.
It's not the whole point of DEI.
When it comes to schools, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So you're telling me that every single student, no matter their ethnicity, has the same exact threshold to get into a school?
Yes, and then.
Oh, really? So there's no. Oh, so
ethnicity pools. Yes.
That's not the case. That's not the case. Oh, at Harvard, an Asian candidate in the 8th highest academic decile had a 5.1% chance of admittance compared to 7.5% for white, 22.9% for Hispanic, and 44.5% for black applicants per the brief. So it's that much easier to get in. 44%.
Admission statistics. Oh, hold on. We'll read it out.
Yeah, you're wrong. You guys are retarded. You guys don't even know how to read.
All right. Admission statistics for race and ethnicity. For African American and black, this is 2024, 14%. Asian American, 37%. Hispanic or Latino, 16%. Native American, 1%. And Native Hawaiian or others.
That's just the population breakdown of the school. That's not.
This is the admissions for 2024.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with what I give you. I'm talking about when a black person is in the 8th percentile. Yeah, because you have a retarded black guy that can't read. If this is the study that I read, if a black person and an Asian person are in the same level of academia and they have the same standardized test scores, that literally black people get let in at 44% compared to 5% of Asian people. So that stat is just a different admittance number. That's not based on the same academic record, that it is much easier for a black person to get into that same school than an Asian person. I'm right. You're wrong. There we go. Now we got a lesbian. Come here. What's up?
Not a lesbian. Fuck you. Anyways.
Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me.
That the population has risen since ancient Greece and Rome times?
Yes.
Did you know that gay was around in ancient Greece and Rome?
Yes, I knew that the Greeks were gay.
We did not go extinct. So
Yeah,
what is your point?
My point is if everybody was gay. He's talking about the natural. I'm saying if 100% of people were gay. I'm just saying everybody came out of the womb gay, then we would extinct. Humanity would go extinct.
Where is your evidence of everyone coming out of the
Because
womb
a girl
gay?
and a girl can't scissor and have a baby. You can't scissor and make a baby, sweetie pie, honey buns.
Everybody gay.
No, I'm not saying everybody's gay. What I'm saying
That's
is
what you're saying.
I'm saying if a hypothetical. This is a hypothetical. Okay.
We're talking about right now.
I'm saying first of all, we were talking about how whether gay is natural or unnatural. I was just saying that it's unnatural, and I was using the example that if everybody was gay, we wouldn't be able to procreate. We wouldn't be able to have babies. So
okay, what's your definition of natural? What is your definition of natural and definition of unnatural when it comes
to a relationship? A man and a woman would be a natural relationship.
Not a relationship, sex.
Sex, yeah. A man, his penis, a woman's vagina, ejaculation, baby. That's natural.
So your definition of natural has to be in procreation.
Well, I mean, I guess between the guy and girl, I mean, you don't have to have the baby, but that would be a natural.
Okay, so what is your natural?
Two guys going like that is not natural. Or two girls going like that. That's not natural, okay? That's not real. Because you're just masturbating. You're just being a pervert. You're being gay. It's hard. It's a social stigma.
You're wearing Nikes with a suit jacket and saying other
Dude, it's funny. Dude, I'm Primetime 99. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I have actually fashion sense. What do you dress like, dude? You got your keys under your belt. You have those shoes. I mean, you look terrible. And it's just like, dude, I'm like the most handsome guy here. I'm a sex symbol, dude, compared to you guys. I am. I'm the hottest guy in America, dude. I'm Primetime 99. And you libtards will never understand it because you guys are too stupid or you're black. And I don't know which one.
Yeah. They're dumb, ugly, cunt like you represent.
Oh, look at you with that nose ring. I mean, look at your ugly. Those glasses are ugly. Your face is ugly. Your skin is bad. Your hair is ashy. Yeah, I mean, come on, dog. Ashy Larry over here.
Embodiment of content. You are an overgrown orangutan. You could fucking never.
I would never want to be that, dude. You're gay and weird. I mean, look at you. You're sashaying. I mean, I don't want to be like you, dude.
And you can never, bitch. I'm back. Yes, bitch. I'm fucking sashaying over
Hey, how
the
big's your closet?
Shadow sucks.
Hey!
I like it. Have you ever done drag?
Bitch, I do drag. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You do drag, and you have autism, and you do drag.
Absolutely, baby.
See, that proves my point. Most drag queens and transgender people are autistic.
USA! USA! USA!
Look at these libtards! Libtards! Libtards in the wild! USA! We love it, baby. We love it. Yeah. Oh my God! Shut up, guys! Come on.
Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home!
His mom died of COVID and he just claims the antiviral.
Yeah, it was definitely the antiviral, not the disease.
You guys are sitting here talking about my dead mom. Like, you guys are.
How are you like
90% of what you were just over there telling somebody else that their parents don't love him, and you're mad that I'm talking about your dead mom.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying you can make fun of my dead mom all you want, but like you think you're some morally superior person.
No, I don't think I'm morally
superior. You're just a sick, sad loser.
No, I don't think I'm morally superior.
And that's why you're white trash.
Yes, I am white trash.
All right, guys, I want to take a moment to talk about where we are right now because let's be honest, conservatives are winning. The movement is gaining ground. People are waking up, the narrative is cracking, and the momentum is finally shifting. But the fight's not over, not even close. That's why Blaze TV exists, because in a world full of noise, we need a stronghold for bold voices, free thinkers, and fearless commentary that helps make sense of the chaos. At Blaze TV, we've built a home for some of the strongest, smartest voices in conservative media. People who tell it like it is, ask the tough questions the mainstream media won't touch, and aren't afraid to challenge the narrative. When you subscribe to Blaze TV, you're not just watching content, you're supporting a movement. You're backing creators who think for themselves, speak boldly, and refuse to be silenced by big tech or corporate media. You're supporting investigative journalism that exposes corruption and original documentaries that shine a light on the deep state. It's everything the networks won't show you, delivered on your terms, on any device, anytime. And right now, you can try Blaze TV for just 99 cents for your first 30 days. When you use the promo code PRIMETIME99 at checkout, that's an entire month of uncensored insanity for less than $1. If you're ready to keep winning, shop your values, and make sure we don't lose the ground we've gained. Go to blazetv.com/Alex and subscribe today. That's blazetv.com/Alex, promo code Primetime99, and try Blaze TV for only 99 cents. Blaze TV, unfiltered, unafraid, on demand. All right.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself